Hello and a very special and warm welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me, Influencers at Times, as we now go on our next live episode in the series. So thank you for joining me, Influencers at Times, as we continue to go in search of Britain's most abandoned and derelict places. And my job is not only to find them and dig them out, but it's also my job to take you into them so that you can actually see for yourselves what each of these abandoned and derelict places actually looks like in their current state. So thank you for joining me. It doesn't matter whether you are brand new to the series, and if you are brand new to the series, then don't worry, because there are 4 easy ways that you can catch up with Influencers at Times. So if you're watching this live broadcast right now, either on Facebook, or if you're catching up with this episode on my YouTube channel and you would like to know more, then don't worry, because you can literally just catch up with the entire series. You can catch up with all 37, including today's live episode, either on my Facebook page, which is Influencer Times, or you can go to the Influencer Times YouTube channel and you can subscribe to the channel, and you can simply watch all 37, including today's episode 38, on my YouTube channel. You can catch up with everything. So there's easy ways. You can also go to my blog, which is influencerstimes.blogspot.co.uk, and again, I've just started updating the blog, so you'll be able to catch up with some of the photographs that I've taken in the last series, and I've just posted a couple of photographs within the last episode, or the last 2 episodes that I've done of series 2. So if you are brand new, we are now in series 2. So series 1 was from episode 1 right up to episode 30, and we're now on episode 38. So today's is episode 38, and this is series 2. So if you'd like to know more, if you'd like to catch up, if you'd like to find out what all this is about, and if you're interested in knowing about all the other locations that I've covered, then you can do, like I said, either by visiting the Facebook page or by the YouTube channel. And like I said, either one is called Influencers at Times. So either one, all you have to do is type it in, subscribe or join, and you can catch up with everything. If the website is your thing, then obviously all you have to do is go to your server and type in www.camdronephotography, all one word. That will take you to my drone photography aerial, like a photography website. On the home page, you'll see a heading saying Influencers at Times and Memorabilia, I think it says. If you click on there, it will open up every single place that I've covered, either whether I've covered it in the series or not. In fact, I think there's probably 1 or 2 places that I haven't covered in the series. It will open up every single abandoned place that we've covered, so that I've been to so far, and you can look at all of the photographs, and you can read about every single individual place where possible on there. And you can also look at my drone photography if that's something that you're interested in and you'd like to look at. So that's for you guys. You know, for those of you that are watching that are, could I just say hello to the people that are already commenting? Thank you so much for watching and for tuning in. I'm so glad that you could join me today for this next episode in Influencer Times series. For those of you that have been watching and keeping up to date, either on my Facebook or YouTube channel, if you've been watching for a number of occasions or right from the start, a very special warm welcome to you, and I'm glad that you could join me again for another episode in the series as we continue to go in search, as we continue to scan Britain for all the abandoned and derelict places that we can possibly find, and this one is no exception. Now, for those of you that, in fact, it doesn't matter whether you're new or not. For those of you that have watched the other day, you will know that on Sunday, so the weekend just gone, while I've been on holiday, and I'm still on holiday for a couple of more days, but you will know on Sunday, me and a very special guest went to one of Hertfordshire's. Now, I just want to clarify, a number of times through that live broadcast on part 1 and part 2, I did say Bedfordshire. It is actually Hertfordshire, so I just want to correct that. So we went to an abandoned and derelict place in Hertfordshire, just outside St Albans, which was Harbury Hospital, which is probably one of the most notorious, most well-known mental health asylum hospitals in the area. And it was certainly on my list. And if you watched, me and my guest went there last week, and we brought you episode 37, part 1 and part 2. Now, obviously, it's been a couple of days since I've been there. However, just like any place, especially for me, and I know my guest really enjoyed it, and I was so glad that she could join me and we were able to show you that mental health asylum hospital in Hertfordshire. Even after a couple of days, even today, just thinking about the place, that place was absolutely, without question, on its own, a fascinating place. It just had such a different feel about everything. I couldn't believe that we were looking and standing, and we obviously took you into some of the actual mental health rooms, you know, rooms that were locked and had people who were maybe not insane, but that's probably not the right word to use, but very mentally unhealthy, if you like. And it was just surreal. It really was. It was just unbelievable. And every place is fascinating anyway, for its own reasons. Obviously, every place is different. But that place, along with probably only one other place that I can think of, which is Dudley Abandoned. Hello, my special guest watching. Hello, sister. Thank you so much for watching me. So the only other place that I can actually say that I've ever felt really anything was Dudley, a Dudley Abandoned Railway Tunnel, and it's just a tunnel. But Harbury Hospital was the only other place out of the entire series that I've ever actually felt something. And when I say felt something, I mean it was just, I just found it sad and oppressive, but not in a really bad way, not in a scary way or anything like that, but I just felt very oppressed and very sad. The most extraordinary place. It just had a feel and a look about it that was, to me, everything that I hoped it would look like. Because we all see photographs and pictures of like asylums and mental asylums and that kind of thing, and it just had exactly everything: the smell, the feel, and the look of an asylum, of a mental health asylum hospital. It was fascinating. So, anyway. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but that was just to give a bit of an update. Now that we've obviously been there a couple of days later, I just wanted to give a bit of feedback as to how me and my guest felt. I know my guest really enjoyed Sunday, and it was my pleasure to take her. But absolutely fascinating place. And you know, guys, where we took you into those two blocks side by side, even though they were slightly different, we only scratched the surface. There is so much more of that hospital to explore, so much more. And I'm hoping that sometime in the future I'm going to go back and explore a little bit more, and obviously do another live broadcast and show you a different part. But that was just scratching the surface, guys. I mean, it was a huge place, but fascinating. It is just one of those places that I will not forget for that reason. Absolutely amazing. I'm so glad we went. So glad. So anyway, so that's that. Now, I did say on Sunday that today we would be doing a live broadcast from an incredible place with another very special guest. Now, unfortunately, we've been unable to do that live broadcast today. So that broadcast will come to you guys, so don't worry. I don't know when, but we will be joining up or teaming up, and we would love to work together to bring you that live broadcast from that location today. I'm not going to say where or what it was or anything else, because I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's, I mean, I had a look at the place today, and it is enormous. It is absolutely enormous. I can't get my head around it. It is huge, and it will make a fantastic live broadcast. So we will be bringing you, me and my special guest, we will be teaming up and bringing you that live broadcast and working together to bring that episode later in the series. And it could be very soon, or it could be in a couple of weeks, we're not quite sure, but we will be doing it, so don't be disheartened or disappointed. Obviously, we're not there today. This is not that location, so I just want to clarify that I am not in that location today because we were unable to bring you that live broadcast. But don't worry, stay tuned, keep watching, because we will be bringing you that broadcast. I know we definitely want to do it. We want to do some kind of video together or broadcast together and show you around it, because it's just fantastic, amazing. Okay. So what I've done is I've brought you to this place. Now you can probably see just by looking behind me, we are in somewhere. Okay, so I'm not going to blab anymore. So everybody who's watching, thank you so much. I can see my guest saying that she wants to go again. Brilliant, but that's absolutely fine. We will go again. Special guest, we will go again very soon, if that's okay. We'll go very soon, and we will do another part of it. Me and you will go again. So that's no problem at all, but we will go quite soon. Well, not really soon, but we'll go soon. Okay, right. Okay, fantastic. Okay, no problem. Well, that's sorted. Okay. Now, if there's anybody who's watching, very, very quickly, if there is anybody who's watching, very, very quickly, anybody who's watching, doesn't matter where you live, if you would like to do a live broadcast with me, or if there's somewhere near you that you know of, that you'd like me to investigate. It doesn't have to be an abandoned place. It can be a church, it can be a chapel, it can be a a castle, or anything, or ruins, or anything like that. If there's anybody who's watching this, it doesn't matter if it's on Facebook or YouTube, if there's anybody here watching this live broadcast or video on YouTube who would like to join me for a live episode or a live series as an episode, then please get in touch. Leave me some feedback. Get in touch, and I would love to have you to join me for either a live episode or a video recorded message or something like that. So we will do something like that. So if there's anybody who is watching who'd like to do that, just let me know, or leave a comment, and I will get back to you, and we will arrange something. Or if you'd like me to come and do a live broadcast somewhere near you that you know of, that you'd like to know more about, and you've often wondered what it is, let me know. Drop me a line, text, email, or something, or comment, and I will do some research, and we will tie it into the series, and I will be able to do a live broadcast, and with you as well if you like, and we will do a broadcast together from that place. Okay, so now today, because we weren't able to do that live broadcast with me and my guest, I've brought you here. Now, understandably, this is a bit late in the afternoon, but I've taken loads of photographs in here today. So without further ado, welcome to episode 38, if I'm not mistaken. Episode 38 of Series 2, and I've brought you to this place. Now, this is a rubber factory. Okay, now, before we go any further, I cannot tell you anything about this factory. I can't. I've looked, and there is nothing. Okay, so I'm just going to show you around. That's all I can do. Okay, I can't tell you anything about this factory. Now, there is another factory in this place, and we're actually in Burton upon Trent. Okay, so we're about, so in miles I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I'm probably about nearly 45 minutes, I think probably 45 minutes north of Birmingham. So we're at a place called Burton upon Trent, and we're between Tamworth and Derby. So we're in between. Okay, so we're at Burton upon Trent, and we're at the rubber factory, and we're about 10-15 minutes away from the train station. Now, there is another factory here, not this one or next to it, but in this area, the old Pirelli, and we've all heard of Pirelli because we've seen it maybe on the side of a tyre. I think it's an Italian brand or Italian manufacturer or an Italian name or logo. So Pirelli, there is an abandoned Pirelli rubber factory somewhere near here, but this is not it. Okay, so I just want to clarify, if anybody's watching this and thinking, oh, you're at Pirelli, I'm not at Pirelli, I'm at another abandoned rubber factory, and I can't tell you anything about it. Unfortunately, I cannot give you anything. So what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to bore you anymore because I've yabbled enough. I've got my light, got everything set up. Let's go for a look about it. There's lots to see. There's a lot of dark rooms and stuff, so I've got my light with me so you can have a good look about, and hopefully we're not going to lose the signal. So welcome to episode 38, series 2, Burton upon Trent, abandoned rubber factory. That's all I can tell you, okay? But I'm hoping you're going to find this interesting. I'm going to try and give you an idea of what I think, but it's going to be extremely hard because every room is just empty, abandoned, and just in a state. Basically, that we're not looking at lots of debris, but everything's just, there's a lot of empty rooms, I'm afraid, so it's going to be very hard for me to tell you what I think. But I think you'll find it interesting. So I'm going to pick you up. Got my charger attached, so we're all charged up. So I'm just going to scroll you guys to the one side. I think I can do it. Ah, there you go. Okay. So I'm going to move out of the way, and I'm going to take you about. Okay. So I'm going to pick you up because we're this balanced. Just to kind of show you, what I had you balanced on. I had you balanced on there. All right. Okay. So we are at. We're kind of at. I think this is the highest we can. Well, we are. We're at the highest. We're at the highest point of this factory. Now I've taken lots of photographs. I'm going to take some nice photographs outside because this building is huge. It's massive, and it's a typical red brick old building. So I want to take some pictures outside, especially as it's nice and sunny. But I've taken plenty inside. So let me give you a look about it. So this is where we am at the moment. So right to the top. So I'm going to try and hold this steady. So you can see we've got pigeons again every time. So there's the roof. And if I show you the floor, now, without being horrible or rude, without being not very nice, that's probably pigeon drop-ins. I think it is actually. I don't know if there's anything underneath it. I'm not going to find out. But that is years and years worth of poo. Pigeon poo. Lots of pigeon poo. So needless to say, I'm keeping away. But this is where we are. We're in the top. So that thing there is like it's almost like there's a motor just there, and there's a ramp, and it went down underneath the floor, and it obviously transferred rubber ingredients. I couldn't tell you, I don't know. It's like a conveyor belt, but it goes down to the next floor. Okay, so let me just give you one last look about so you can see. And then I'm going to move out of the way because I don't really, it's easier if I just kind of hold you, but at least you can find out. We're in a big room. It's quite big. Okay, so that's where we am, and on the floor is just kind of slate and bits of debris and stuff. But you can see the roof is quite badly kind of eaten away in parts. It's not too bad in places, but let me just kind of, you can see the daylight coming through, but it's not all like that. This is obviously the worst roof because it's nearest to the elements. I'm just going to kind of, sorry, I'm just conscious of whether you got the microphone kind of in the corner of the camera bit, and everything seems to be kind of not malfunctioning, but kind of bit screwy. That's a bit better, isn't it? A bit clearer. And I'm just tightening the light up because I don't want it to suddenly flop. It's okay. Okay, so that's where we am. We're right at the top. So I'll give you another look about. So there's the conveyor belting thing. And obviously on each floor you've got these bay doors that obviously opened, and there's not so much here, but down, I think the floor down or the one after that, there's a little sign that says no harness, no job. So obviously they had to be harnessed or something to lower things out through them doors. Now I've no idea what, but some of them are locked and some of them are open. And this is that conveyor belt thing I was talking about. I'll show you. You see it? Yeah. It's like a conveyor belt, and it goes down. It's quite big. It's got like a guard around it. So that's that. So let me move out the way and let's go for a walk. So what I'm going to do, just gradually, so it's got a lovely sunny day. I'll just give you one last look so you can see. It's quite a big room, isn't it? So we're standing right over there, and you can see the conveyor belt thing in the middle, and there's the doors. Okay, so we go through the first door. So we're on the highest floor, so we're going to gradually work our way down, really. So we go around, so we just come, let me just show you. So we just come through that door there, immediately come to this door here. I'm going to show you what's in here. Look at this. Now, obviously, this is clearly some kind of storeroom, clearly. So that's behind. So this is clearly some kind of storeroom for something. Don't ask me what, because I have no idea. But it's huge. It's a big storeroom. You've got the wooden racks along the walls. So come right up to the door. So you can see it's a massive, it's like storage room. So I'll just give you another look. It's huge, isn't it? Obviously, if you look up, you can see that some of the roof again is eaten away. It's huge. You've still got that microphone thing. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to move that microphone out of the way of the camera. There you go. Okay. So that's the storage room. Now, I'm not going to put me big fat head in the way of the video. If you ever watch a live broadcast, guys, or even if you're watching this on YouTube and you can hear buzzing noises, all that is because I'm doing a live broadcast. Obviously, the phone still reacts to things like notifications on Facebook, text messages and that kind of thing. So if you hear any buzzing noises on any of my live episodes or on any of my videos on YouTube, it's just things coming through on my mobile phone. But there's no way that I can switch it off unless I stop the vibrate, I guess. But I haven't, I forgot to. So if you can hear anything, that's all it is. Okay, so just to let you know, that's what it is. Okay, so let's go into the next room. Just go back through the door. We've got so much to show you guys, you wouldn't believe how much is here. Okay, so we've got a stairway. which there's actually quite a few different stairways, but we will go down the stairway, so don't worry. So you come through here now, and we immediately come into this massive, look at this. Hold on guys, let me just kind of, I just want to hold you steady. Look at this place. Now that thing in the middle there, that great big kind of metal guard, in there is just a pit. Okay, it's a pit and it goes all the way down, as far as I can see, all the way down to the ground. It's just like a pit. I'll show you, but I'll be careful. It's a huge pit, but we immediately come as this like metal flight of steps. Show you that? So we've got metal flight steps. And here we've got this enormous room. And I'll take you in there as well. Oh, sorry. Got my big head in the way there. Okay, so let's go down the stairs. It's actually better if I hold it this way because I can... Okay, so that's where we've come from. Down the flight steps. And we immediately come into this huge room. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm sure... I may be wrong, but... It might go down to the ground. I'm not sure. It might not go quite as far as the actual ground. But can you see it? There is a doorway down there, but it's just a massive pit, like a well. See it? Can you see the doorway just there? Look, it's massive. What's that? So I'm going to take you around this way. So I'm going to take you around the back. So we're now walking kind of round the side. So it's there, look, see? And obviously it says danger, risk of falling, which I'm not going to show you any more other than that. It's as close as I'm going to get. Because we do things sensibly on the show. Okay, so we've just kind of walked around it. And then we come to this huge room. Again, there's nothing in here, but I just wish I could give you some kind of info, guys, but I can't. I just don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. But I'll try and make it as interesting as possible just to show you everything. So obviously we've got like plants growing up the wall. Got like fern. So obviously the walls are really green, and you can see it all like. So we've got this massive room. It's just huge. Obviously you can see the strip lights hanging down from the ceiling. But look at the size of this room. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we've got these two great big kind of things. Can you see them? There's two big metal things. I've no idea what they were for. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. No, it's possible. No, it's possible actually, guys. This. Okay. If you look on the wall, see that? And there's a couple there. Like you can see them on the wall. So I think there was a roof. I think this was two rooms, one on top of the other. Obviously the roof is collapsed, gone, demolished, whatever, but I think, judging by what I'm looking at the walls, I think there was a roof over where I'm standing and there was another room on top. But I have no idea what the rooms were used for. I just have no idea. And obviously these look like what was left of the supports that held up the upper floor. That's what I think. So the roof wasn't it wasn't very high. It's quite a low roof. Because I can touch the top. I can reach it, so it wasn't very high. And then, so I'm just avoiding all the pigeon poo because there's just so much of it. Let me show you. That's all pigeon plop. Pigeon plop a top a top top plop top. Okay, so we've got. Where are they? Oh, there, look. See them in the shot? Those two things up there? Again, I could not tell you what they are. No idea. They're like wheels or like turning things. I have no idea. I don't know, guys. But you can see it's like a big, almost like a barn shape. But what an extraordinary room. Just giving you a quick look about, guys, because this broadcast is probably it's going to be quite long because there is so much to show. You wouldn't believe how big this place is. It's enormous. Okay. So let's get out of the pigeon doob, the pigeon ploop. It's like a bed of it. Look at it. Gross. Right, let's get out of here. Okay, so that's the next room. And we immediately go into here. So this is where it gets more intricate in the sense that there's more rooms and staircases and that kind of thing, but it's still fascinating. So we've still got the, I'm hoping you can see. Now don't worry, I've got the light with me, so if you can't see, don't worry. It's just, you get me? Just head out of the way. So we've got like the power supply on the wall. I'm not going to put the light on in here, simply because it's not too dark. But I'm gonna just say nothing and let you hear how quiet it is in here. Apart from the pigeons. It's very quiet, isn't it? So it's just like a room now. This is kind of what we're going to be looking at, guys, just lots of rooms. But I want to show you the whole factory because it is interesting. But as you can see, it's got like struts, blue struts. Now they're the same height as the brown ones in the other rooms, so that makes me think that the room we were just in was like this. But obviously they've still got the original paint. See the blue paint? But they're quite low. But nothing like the hospital. There's no oppressive feeling in here. It's just, I don't feel anything in here whatsoever. Nothing at all. Okay, so we've got like, hang on, right, see that? Got fire exit door there. Spin you around. We've got another one. Where's my hand? There. I believe something like, there's the other door. Other door. We're going to go in this corner. Actually, there's lots of rooms and doors and openings and stuff, but it's like, yeah, it's just like a, obviously it's not just a storeroom. Something happened in here, but I don't know what. Now, there's a sign up there that says, right on the far wall there, it says quality control quarantine area. So obviously this was quarantine for what they made, for the rubber seals, tyres, whatever they made, I don't know. But yeah. So let's take you through this bit. Just go through this tiny little door, and then we come into this kind of like, I believe this was like another storage area because we've got what's left of these wooden struts. So I think possibly another storage area. Maybe not shelves, but maybe like, I don't know, maybe racks or something, or you can see them for storage. Obviously the two windows at the far end, that's why it's so bright, it's because there's two windows down there. But yeah, we've got a couple of bits on the floor. These are like those foam tubes that go over wires or cables. We've got little flight steps in the corner. So that's kind of this room. So I could give you one last look. Because we've got quite a lot to get through. You can see it's quite interesting. Okay, so let's go back through this door, and we're now back to where we started, okay? So we're now going to walk up the side. That's it. Let's walk through this way. So you can see the sign on the door. Obviously it's back to front, but it says quality control quarantine area. Okay, so we're now going to go that way. Okay. So this is where we were. Okay, so we were in there. There's another one of those conveyor belts, the wooden ones. And we're going to take you into here, which is just huge. Right, so obviously we've got this blue, you can see we've got this blue mesh hanging down from the ceiling. Now the reason why it's like that is because it's caught all the pigeon plop, and it's like a net, basically. So look. Again, I know it's not very nice, but that is what's in those nets. Pigeon poo, lots of it, and one day it's probably going to split and land on somebody, so I'm keeping it the way. But yes, that is how much poo it's got. A lot. Okay, so that's why it's that shape. Obviously it would have been flat, but with the rain and everything else, it's just caught all the pigeon yuck. Okay. But this is where we've come from. So we've come from there, and we've walked through. Now we are going to go down them stairs. I'm going to take you down there because it's fascinating down there. But this is what's up here. So you've got like a walkway. You get where is it? So the yellow line, if you like, is still there. You can see it. So this is like the gangway. So you've got 2 doors there, and I'm going to take you through just over there. And obviously you can walk down the middle. And if you look at the floor, guys, it's this metal. Can you see it? The floor's metal. It's like a metal grid. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to walk straight. Listen, I'm walking straight across the middle on the gangway. Okay, so I don't want you to think that I'm doing anything dangerous. I'm walking on the gangway just to prove what I'm doing. So you can, there. Okay, so I'm walking safely. Okay? And then we've got this kind of, this I'm taking would have been a lift shaft or something, and obviously it goes down. It goes down a long way. But it's kind of like a lift or something. So that's how they would have manoeuvred parts, quite large quantities, that kind of thing, between each floor. But I'm going to show you. I don't want to keep showing you because I know it's not very nice, but I just want to give you an idea of what this place looks like as well. So you can hear the pigeons anyway, but that is what that is, unfortunately. I know it's not nice, but that's what it is. And you can hear them anyway. Okay, so that's it. Place is just riddled with them. Okay, so we're gonna go down them stairs in a minute, so don't worry. I'm gonna take you through this way. Again, we've walked safely across the floor, but just give you one last look at the room. It's just a huge room, and we've walked from that corner. Okay. Alright, so let's go through these brown doors. I'm going to take you to this bit. Now, I reckon we are looking towards the staff area, and I'm going to take you down there in a minute. See that really badly demolished bit at the end? That's the staff bit, and the only reason why I think that is because, one, it's the way it looks. It's the only part of this whole building that smells, and there's the remnants of the sink cabinet, like the sink cupboard, and a few other bits, and all the toilets are down there as well. So that's the staff bit, but we'll go in a minute, all right? But I just want to show you this room. So I'm just going to stand. I'm literally just standing in the corner, and I'm just going to give you a 360-degree turn. Now that's me. So I don't want anybody to think that's a ghost or anything. It's me. That's me waving my arm. Okay? But it's very cobwebby, as you'd imagine it would be. But the floor... Now there is a flight of steps. I'm not going to walk up there. See that little flight of steps? There's a couple of steps missing, so I'm not going to go up there, but you can go up to a little gangway that walks over the top of this room, but I'm not going to do it because it's too dangerous, and I haven't done it, so I don't want you to think that I have, but I'm not going to do it. And then we've got what's left of the rubber, like the rubber, you see that rubber piece, that plastic? There's one that side and there's one behind that door. That's what's left of the rubber factory things they had. You know, like goods, you know, when you go into like a goods out or goods in or something, or loading bay. That's that. And that opening at the end, you can just make out the red and the yellow. That's another one of those doors that just leads out into a drop, basically. And again, that's that. If you haven't got a harness, you weren't allowed to work there or do anything by there. So obviously you had to be harnessed, and maybe they harnessed whatever they made here, up here, and lowered it down, possibly. But this is just one great big factory. Now this is where all the... See, all the radiators are up here, which makes me think it was a staff bit. Now this could be a workshop. It could be the workshop area because it's nearest to the staff. So this could be the workshop area. The staff would have worked more in this bit, and the factory bit was more that way where the guys would have been, or women, I don't know. But this you can see them all. You can see all the radiators along the walls. There's like one at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 there. But yes, that's what we're looking at. Okay? Right. Let's take you down the other end. Of course, we've still got lots to show you. Let's walk through the middle. It's just, I don't know, it's just an incredible place. Oh, we've got a, look, show you, just realised this. See that? What's left of the board? It's actually got Creeder parts overdue on, it's got code. I think that says something oven in window, total code. I don't know, but obviously that's what they used to write. Maybe that's what they used to write orders on. Maybe that's what they used to write quantities of what they made, like keep an account, or an order for the day, or deadlines, or not just that kind of thing. I'm sure they wrote other things on there too. But that's the notice board. So I think staffy bit. That's what I think. So now going to come away. I'm going to take you down here. Yeah, this is where it starts to smell. And it just smells really typical abandoned smell, like that really old, kind of musty smell really. Okay, so we've got fire exit doors. I'm not going to take you down there just yet. But, God, it smells really... God, it smells really dank. I'll just show you. Right? And it's just a lobby. There's the fire exit doors that go down. Okay? Okay. So we've got all the panels and gubbins up there, look. You can see them all. Fuse boxes and, like I said, all the gubbins for... Oh, blimey. Well, there you go. Whatever that is, just all the electrical stuff. You can see it. So I think that was staff room door. Here's your first aiders up here. I'm not going to say their names because obviously I don't want to do that, but that's the first aider names up there. And then we go into what I think is like the kitchen. This is what's left of it. So I think this is the staff room. That's what I think. Again, we've got a couple of radiators. Oh, you can't... All right. Tell you what, don't worry. Fear not. That's better. That's the beauty of having a light. So I can show you. Right, let's just make sure... There we go. Right. So this is... There's the lights. You can see the radiators. But yeah, I think this is the staff room. Oh wow, look at these. See that, guys? Can you see those old Christmas decorations on the floor? My goodness me, I haven't seen these for years. I'm going to show you. The really old Christmas decorations. And I remember my nan having these. Look at that. Christmas decoration. The foil things. There's part of a star there, look. You see it on the floor? That's a star. Just so you can see, it's the tinsel. So yeah, just there's the star. And there's those bauble things. Wow. Okay. So yes, I think this is the staff room. In here. And that's, like I said, that's what's left of it. So the staff room door. And this is what I think is the kitchen. Show you in here. Just a very little pokey room. This could have been another little kitchen kind of doobie thingy. Obviously you've got your vent there, but you've got like little tops, little worktops and stuff in there. And I don't know if I need this anymore. Shall I turn this off? Oh, you can see, there you go. So you've got like what I think is the kitchen sink, where it would have been there. And that's it. That's all that's left. I mean, you've got all this stuff. This is all the stuff on the ceiling, on the floor. But that'll give you an idea. Okay, so let's come out of this bit because that's all right. So that's where we've just been in what I think is the staff area. Okay, so we've got a tiny little pokey room there, which there's nothing in there. A little pokey room. Can you see? Okay, you can. Just a little pokey room. Oh look, I took a photograph of this earlier. Can you see that? That is an old war. It's a shell cannon metal box from the war. I don't know what war, but it has on the side. It's got 2 shell 105mm things in there. So there would have been 2 shells in there, like ammunition. I'll show you. So yes, I've taken a picture of it. How cool is that? It's quite an old thing. So I've just. But that's what that is on the floor. The lid on it as well. Okay, right. How's about we crack on, because we've still got plenty to show you. So we're going to walk back through this room. So we can't go any further. Okay. Okay, so we're now going to walk back to Baby K. So there's what I was telling you about the kind of opening. There, that's where we've just been. Down there, and there's those rubber things that you saw that you see in a factory, and 1 strip left. Okay, so let's leave this bit. Like I said, I'm not going to take it up there because it's too dangerous, guys. And you can see by the steps anyway, it's way too dangerous, and I'm not going to do that. But it just goes, it kind of runs along there, look, like a platform, all the way across. But I'm not going to go up there because there's nothing really up there. So we're back through here. Right, so we're now back into this room. That's it. I'm hoping we're not going to lose the signal any time. If we do, I'll just come back up, so don't worry. Okay, so we're now going to go down there, and I'm going to switch the light on so you can see what I'm looking at. I'm going to go down there. Okay. So I'm hoping we are not going to lose. Hoping we're not going to lose. So, but let me just show you what's down here, look. So underneath is that metal floor. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to take you down there, but oh, actually, yes, I will. I will take you down there. So I'm hoping we're not going to lose signal. Right, we're going down another flight of steps. Oh, okay. So let me just spin about so you can see. So we've just come down them steps, and we're now underneath. Let's get this right up. Okay, so there's nothing there. That's what's right there. So we're now in this bit. So maybe this is where they stored the stuff that was finished. And there's nothing down there apart from some old tyres. But we're now, if I show you up, we're now underneath 2 floors of the same material, that griddle stuff. So if you can see right to the top, you can see it's almost like blue, that's where we were, right up there. So we've come down like 2 floors. And it's like a see-through kind of floor. You can see it. So it's looking back up. But let me show you down here. So there's your old strip lights. You can see an old, that's like an old weight indicator kind of sign. Maximum this load is like 4.5 tons, or I don't know, whatever, 228 kilos or something. It's got on there. Yeah, kilograms. So maximum distribution lowered. So that's that. And that's all that's down here really. Like, it's quite dark, but I mean there's nothing much down here. You've got some control panels in the corner. But apart from that there's nothing much else here. There's nothing round here. Apart from some old tyres. It's just like a little quite a cute room. Obviously got your big door. There's one of those conveyor belt things. If you're wondering what that is, that's one of those conveyor belts hanging down. And if you look, remember I said about the shaft? Okay, so where that blue is, we were up there, so it's like a shaft. So something could have gone up and down here. But yeah, it's like a conveyor belt that sticks out in the middle. And that's all that's here. Look, you've got your fire extinguisher signs, that's it. It's just, obviously again, there's your first aiders. But that's all that's down here, guys. That's all that's down here. It's like we're like 2 floors down. So I'm going to take you back up to the next floor up. So, let's go back upstairs. Back around this way. Back up there. So, one last look. And then we're going to go back up. Okay. So let's go back upstairs. So we're now the floor above where we were. Okay. So we were underneath this. So we're now in between 2 floors. Okay, so this is like the middle floor. So you've got your little staircase there. That just goes back down. There's that conveyor belt thing I was talking about. Yep, that runs down. There's the yellow thing that we were looking at. There are pigeons just everywhere in this place. Absolutely everywhere. So I'm going to take you through this door. Now, there is quite a lot of rooms like this, guys, just empty, nothing in them. But even so. So you've got another one of those things at the end there where you had to wear a harness. So all the original doors are still there. I'm not going to take you across there though because the floor is quite bad. But we've just walked out of where we were, down a couple of little flight steps. And we're going to walk through these rubber doors, these rubber plastic things. So I'm just going to show you through here. Okay. So again, you've got your fire exit door. And again, it's just another room, look. Another underground room. There's nothing here. Obviously that used to be that looks like an old, obviously displayed something on there at some point. Look what you're doing. So that was on about, okay, so they obviously made things for the railway. Just look at the finished products you're actually helping to produce. There's something to be proud of. We've won this business in the UK and across the world because we commit to major transfers. Okay, so they made insulation for trains. I'm not saying that's all they made, but that's what that's saying. They made insulation. Now it's got Hodgson and Hodgson. Now maybe that was the name of the factory, but they made insulation for trains. They've got the Turbo Star. They've got UK. They've got export train, export. They obviously exported to other countries for their insulation, but that's what that says. So maybe that's what this factory made, insulation for trains. Quite possibly. So that was obviously like a notice board or like a thing. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to take you through here. So we've got lots of like doors. We've got fire exit and another door over there. I just want to make sure I show you everything, guys, because I don't want to miss anything out. I don't think there's anything through apart from what we've already seen. I think this was. Oh yeah. So this is the other end of the room we were in. Okay. So let's go back. Let's take you through this way. So again, I'm just going to show you. It's quite dark, isn't it? But you can see. So I'm going to clip clop through this way. Okay, so this is as far as we can go. We can't go any further here. So again, we've got another one of those doors that say you need a harness to work there. And again, you've got this. So it's almost like a cellar. But yeah, this is quite a big room again. See that? quite a big room. So obviously that's the door. Just take you up. So yeah, it's got wire safety harness, no job. But that's the original brown doors, still there. Fascinating. It's just like an underground, but it feels like an underground cellar. It sounds like it and it smells like it. But that is what you're looking at. Fascinating. Okay. And I'm kind of picking up speed a little bit, guys, because I don't want to bore you, because you're probably just looking at a lot of emptiness. However, I just want to make sure I show you every room. I don't want to leave anything out. Okay, so that's that room. Let's go back through. We'll go through this way. That's it. And we'll go back where we came from. So we've almost got like 3 rooms, side by side, this size. I think so. Right, let's just be really careful across this floor. That's it. So we went through the middle bit. Okay? So we're going to go back up here, into the room with the metal flooring. Okay. I don't think... Oh, did we? Did I show you through here? Sorry, guys, I'm just... I can't remember now. I'm not sure if I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, so we've come through this room. Okay, so we've still got signal? Yes, we have. So then we've got this huge room here. Again, another huge room of... Oh, whatever it... It's just such a... It's just such a big... It's just such a big place. Obviously, there's the gangway. We've got a couple of rooms that are coming off. Now, I'm not going to spend too long in it, guys, because there is fungus on the floor, and I don't want to inhale the particles. Okay, so I'm just going to very quickly show you. Okay, so you can see the fungus on the floor. It smells very damp, and you can see it growing up the walls. But you can see the fungus on the floor. Look. I'm not going to spend too long in here. It's all it is. It's just a room. But obviously, it was an office or something. Okay, so I'm going to come out of there. So I don't want to inhale too much of that because it's not good. We come down here. Again, we've got another. So we've got the carpets on the floor. Look. Again, we've got lots of fungus. You can see it growing up the wall there. So again, I'm not going to spend too long in here, but another room. Oh, and it's really strong. You've got a chair there. But, there's enough in there. Again, another one. I think these are obviously like offices. That would have been where the radiator was on the wall. But if you're wondering what that, I was going to say, if you're wondering what that is on the floor, that's just parts of the tiles that have fallen on the floor, and they've just gone mouldy, squidgy, and soft, and deteriorated. So if you're wondering what that is on the floor, it's not concrete or anything. It's the white polystyrene, not polystyrene, but the white bit off there, and they've fallen. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me just show you what it's like without the light on. I think it's just water, but I just want to have a look. What the hell is that? Sorry, excuse my language. Oh my... Shh. shit. Oh my, sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Oh, there's fucking mice in there. Sorry. Oh my god, that frightened me. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to swear. Sorry. There's 2 mice in there. There's 2 mice just underneath that metal. They're quite big. They're not rats, I think they're mice. But there's 2 of them. Okay, right, I'm going to leave them to it. I wonder what the hell that was. They're just in there. Oh, no, that's creeping me out. Right. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to swear. God, that frightened the shit out of me. What the hell that was. Okay, sorry. Right, let me just compose myself. Okay, so we've got a fire exit door. Wondered if there's, just want to make sure there's nothing else. Okay, it's got fire exit doors, but remember in the hospital, it's doing the same thing. It's like got that eerie look to it. You can see it. It's like kind of peeling off. We've got like an office, or again another room here. So I'm kind of just flicking through this, guys, because I'm just conscious of time. I'm not going to take you in there, because there's just no point, but it's toilets. And it stinks in there as well. It really smells badly. Alright, so that's the toilet. Yep. Then we come across the front here. So let me just have a look. So you can see it? Okay. And while we're here, I'm going to turn the light off. Okay. Just so you can see how dark it is with that light. It's that dark. It's not quite pitch black, but it's dark. Okay? So that's just to give you an idea of how dark it is in this place. Alright? Right, let me put the light back on. Nowhere near as dark as the other places we've been to. Okay, so we've got another toilet in here. Again, it's just like cubicles and stuff in there, but I'm not going to go in there. And then I'm not going to take you in here. I suppose I could do. So look, we've got these. That says teaser, canteen, stores. So these are obviously door labels like garage, boiler house, guest and a printer, elevator, offices. So these were obviously the metal. I don't know if they're the original ones, but they were the metal signs for what each place was. But if we go in here, it's like a little office, or like a kind of control room or something. Racks. We've got like there's obviously machinery in here, because they've got like a thing about abrasive wheels and using them. Like sanding wheels. So this is obviously where they use them. So this is obviously where they did grinding and sanding and stuff in here. So like a tool workshop. And it's kind of got that smell anyway. It kind of looks. Okay, so that's all that's in there. Okay, so, and then we've just got the stairs. So we'll kind of go back the way we came, so you can just have one last look, and then we're going to finish, because I don't think there's much else I can show you, apart from what I've just shown you. I'm keeping well away from those mice, because they were over there somewhere. Let's just leave them alone. They were in there. I don't know if you could see them. There was 2 in that room. Okay. Right. That just frightened the living crap out of me. So just give you one last look, very, very quickly. Alright. Okay. And then we can come out and I can turn the light off and give the batteries a bit of a break. So we've come back through here. So we're now back in the metal kind of thing. So remember, we were underneath. There's the blue thing again, and we're going to go up. Alright. So we'll walk across the floor nice and safely. And we'll go back up these stairs. So, and see where we're going. There we go, look. So just Sorry, just going to give you one last look. Okay, I think that's enough. Oh, let's come up here, this way. Here we go. I can turn this off. That's it. So we're back up here. So where we started, so we've been through there, taken you all that way. So let's go kind of back the way we came, really. So we go back this way. Remember the room with like the racks and stuff? That's it. Back through this room. That's it. And we're back to where we came. Remember the kind of that big room and that big grey thing in the middle. Let's just go back this way. There we go. And we go back up these stairs. That's it. And we kind of... just wondered actually, was there anything down here? I didn't take you this way. Okay, well let's have a look, shall we? Sorry guys. So we're now underneath where we started. So let's put the light on. There you go, so you can kind of see. It's just more rooms like this really, guys. There's nothing really different apart from this. So yeah. So we've got like, obviously the pigeons again. Let's walk across this way. Yeah, it's just like so there's the conveyor belt. So remember we were above that. So we just walk through there. Shall I we just go? I'll turn the light off. So give you one last look. So there's a great big. So we've come from those two doors. Let's go down to the next floor. Okay, so we're going down the stairs. Okay. Now, I don't think we can go. There's nothing there anyway. No, that's fine. Okay. So we're now where I came in. So I just want to just show you down here. So I haven't taken any photographs down here because it's pretty much the same. But I just want to show you. So I've got a fire exit. Let me put the light on so you can see. Well, so we've got a flight of stairs that goes back upstairs. Obviously this is the bathroom. Toilet and bathroom. There we go. Back out. So again, we're on the ground floor now. I'm just going to take you to the far corner. Look through this way. Okay, so we've got lots of like more rooms. So these have got fans. I'm wondering if they cooled things down here. Just to give you an idea, guys. Okay, just making sure you can see everything. And this is as far as it goes. Also got a big sofa thing there. Just making sure I'm not standing on anything I shouldn't. Okay, guys, I'm going to be very careful here because there's lots of. Let me just show you. They look like needle. Yeah. Okay. So we've got. Clearly, we've got drugs going on here, guys. Can you see those little silver things? See them? See that? And that one. Those are little silver dishes that they use to heat up drugs. And there's, look, can you see the cartridges, the needle cartridges? And, look, see that? So clearly this is where people take drugs. So I'm going to be extremely careful where I stand. So I'm looking at the floor all the time, making sure I'm not standing on anything. But no, that's exactly what that is. Yeah. Okay, well I'm going to stay here. But it's just an empty room. Okay. And I'm going to walk very carefully across the floor, making sure I don't stand on any of the needles. But that is what that is. Actually, there's a... You can probably see it. And that's the things they use for heating up the drugs in over a flame. So you've got packets of them. Okay, so let's leave this because that's not very nice. There you go. Okay. All right. So that's that. And that's basically it, guys. That's really basically it. So let's go all the way back up to the top where we started, because it's nice and bright up there, you can see. So we'll just turn the light off. That's it. There we go. Let's go back up the stairs. There we go, back up. That's it, we've got the next one as well. There we go. We'll go back up to where we started from. So go back up here. Whew. So it's quite a big factory. I mean, there's a lot to see. Okay, that's it. Okay, so we're now back where we started. So I've literally given you a tour of everything. So let's go back this way. I'll pop you around. And then you can see. So we're now heading back towards our little camcordy thingamajiggy. So let's just pop you back around on there very gently so I don't lose you. Okay, that's it. Just come gently around this way. There we go. That's what I didn't want to happen. Okay, so let's try that one again, shall we? Got clonked then. I don't think it's going to stay. Oh, guys, just bear with me. Just want to make sure I get it. Oh, there we go. That's there. Okay. So there we go. Oh, so I've just literally shown you around the entire factory. I've covered everything. I mean, I've taken you upstairs, downstairs, and into every single room. I think I've probably taken you as far as we could possibly go, either side really, as far as the walls would let us go. And there really isn't anywhere else I could have taken you. Now, just to clarify, when I was showing you the last room or two, and they had the hypodermic, the paraphernalia on the floor, just want to clarify, I didn't step on anything. Okay, so I know obviously you were looking at this, but I just want to confirm I didn't stand or step on anything sharp or anything else. I was looking where my feet were going, so I don't want you to worry or think that I was just kind of walking all over it, because I wasn't. So just to confirm that I didn't stand on anything I shouldn't have. I stayed well away. But that's just to kind of give you, obviously those things happen in places like this. It's something that just happens. So there we go, guys. So that was episode 38. Now, I have no idea how long we've been going on for, and I hope that we haven't lost the signal once. I'm hoping. I kept checking the screen, and I could see that we were still going. But I'm just hoping we didn't lose any signal or we had any technical issues, and I won't know that till I watch it back. But hopefully you got to see everything nice and smoothly without any problems. So there we go. That's the factory. This is the rubber factory. So it's quite possible this factory was called Hobson & Hobson Limited, and it made, as well as other things, the insulation seals for trains, for transport. So obviously you're more than welcome to Google Hobson & Hobson anyway. I'm certainly going to Google it myself and find out and just see if this was the old Hobson & Hobson factory. I've no idea when this was built. I wouldn't even like to speculate. Maybe some parts are older than others. This looks older than maybe some of the other parts. So maybe the original part was, I don't know, 1930s, 1940s maybe, something like that, maybe earlier, maybe later. And maybe the other parts were more like 70s and 80s as it expanded. But I could be absolutely, completely, totally wrong. I have no idea. But that was to give you an idea of the rubber factory in Burton upon Trent. So that's what this is. Possibly Hobson and Hobson Limited. Possibly. But yeah, that was it, guys. That's the end of the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you found it interesting. I know you were just looking at a lot of empty rooms. In fact, that's all you were looking at was just empty rooms. But there was really nothing else for me to show you. It's just that. But it was either show you this today or nothing at all. And I just wanted to, as we weren't able to do the live broadcast earlier today, I just wanted to at least do a live broadcast from somewhere. And obviously this place cropped up in the last week, so I thought I would do it. So we've done it. So there we go. Episode 38, Series 2, Rubber Factory, possibly, maybe Hobson Limited, Burton upon Trent, in Derbyshire. So there we go, guys. That's the end of the episode. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for everybody who watched, for everybody who's still watching, and for joining me Influencer Times as our quest and as our journey for Britain's most abandoned and derelict places continues, and it will continue to run for as long as it takes to cover every single possible abandoned and derelict place in the whole of the United Kingdom. And I will be taking you with me into every single possible place that I possibly can to show you exactly what every abandoned place looks like, and to tell you exactly what every abandoned, or should I say nearly every abandoned place was used for, when it was built, what it was used for, who by, when it became abandoned, why it became abandoned, the people who worked there, all the historical information. As always, you're more than welcome to Google any abandoned place for yourself, and you don't have to listen to me. I mean, obviously I might get things slightly a bit wrong or out of it anyway, but you're more than welcome to Google any of the locations we've covered, or even ones that we haven't covered so far in the series, at your own will anyway. And yes, that's it, guys. So until the next time, I don't know, I've only got a couple of more days holiday. I'm actually back at work on Monday. Okay, so Monday I'm back to work. Now I don't know when the next live broadcast will be. It could well be within the next 2 weeks, and if it is, I have no idea where it could be from. So I don't know when or where the next location will be, but it will be coming to you very soon. So stay tuned, keep watching this space, because the next live broadcast, the next fascinating episode of Influencer Times will be coming to you right here, live on Facebook, right here on your mobile phone, so that you don't have to go anywhere, so you don't have to go to a PC. You can watch it from the comfort of your own home, or from wherever you are. You can watch this live broadcast on your lap. How cool is that? It's a series brought to you, so you don't have to do any of the legwork, because I do it all for you, and you can just sit back and enjoy the journey as we investigate and look at Britain's most abandoned derelict places. So the next episode is coming very, very soon. Stay tuned and keep watching. If I find out, or if I know, if I've got any inclination of when the next broadcast will be and where from, I will obviously put one of my little posters on Facebook, so at least you'll have an idea. Okay. Keep a lookout for the next part. I say the next part, part 3, possibly even part 4 of Harbury Hospital in Hertfordshire, not Bedfordshire, as I kept saying. My mistake. Hertfordshire. We will be going, or I will be going, and hopefully I will be taking my special guest with me, who wants to come with me again. So together we will be going back to Harbury Hospital to have a look at another section, because we just scratched the surface. We only showed you 2 blocks. Bearing in mind that the blocks, they're going to be pretty much what we showed you, but there is still a lot more of that hospital. And you know what, the more you look into that hospital, the more fascinating that hospital really was. They had colour-coded padded rooms, a therapy bath, the Great Hall. Just the list goes on. It was just extraordinary. Now I believe the therapy bath and the colour-coded rooms have been demolished. Now, it's possible that maybe 1 or 2 of the colour-coded padded restraint rooms or padded rooms are still there. We don't know. We didn't find them. But we will take you back. Now there's actually a whole laundry section, as you would imagine it would have. So we will be investigating Harbury Hospital again. So hopefully that will be soon. I'm hoping it will be soon. I'd like to do it soon. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget, on the 7th of September, probably the most exciting, it's going to be an incredible, I say incredible, it's going to be a fantastic live episode. Please, guys, everybody who's watching this on Facebook or YouTube, please tune in on the 7th of September. I will be doing a lockdown for the first time in the whole of the series, probably the only time in the entire series of Influencer Times, and the first and only time in my entire life I'm going to be in lockdown for 12 hours. I'm going to be spending the night in one of Britain's most abandoned and derelict, most notorious prisons. Okay? And you heard me right. I'm going to be in a prison for 12 hours. From 7 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be spending the whole night there. We're going to be bringing you a live broadcast. Now, for any reason, if the signal isn't strong enough, and if I can't bring you a live broadcast, please don't worry. And if you don't hear anything from me, don't worry. I will take plenty of photographs, which you are allowed to do, and from what I can make out, you're allowed to do filming. So I will have to do a pre-recorded live video, but I will do a live video just like I would a live broadcast. You won't miss anything. I will show you everything I can. It may even be a very long video if it's that way. It might even be a long broadcast if it's that way, but I will show you everything. So either way, you're not going to miss anything, so don't be disheartened if I can't do a live broadcast. Don't worry. I will do a pre-recorded live video message, and I will show you everything. Okay, but hopefully we'll be able to do a live broadcast, so you will be able to join me live right there on your mobile phones, in your lap, in your hands, wherever you are. You can watch me spend 12 hours. When I say 12 hours, obviously it's not going to be a 12-hour broadcast, but you will be able to see for yourselves me in lockdown for 12 hours in an abandoned, derelict prison, a notorious, well-known prison. I'm going to be in there for 12 hours. We'll do a live broadcast, and then in the morning I'll do an update. So I'll do another live broadcast in the morning, probably after no sleep. But I'll be able to tell you what it was like, because I'm going to be in a cell. I'm not going to be locked in, but I'm going to be spending the night in a cell, in prison, for 12 hours. So it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be an incredible, fascinating episode of Influencer Times. So you will join me, hopefully, for that. For those that you don't know me, don't worry. It will be on my Facebook or it will be on YouTube. So you guys aren't going to miss out either. So you'll be able to watch me in a cell, in a prison, showing you everything. Okay, I'm going to take you around everything, all the cells, everything. Okay, that's enough from me. I'm sure you're probably falling asleep and thinking, so I'm going to stop yapping and I'm going to let you guys go. So thank you for joining me. Episode 38. Next episode coming your way very soon. 7th of September in the prison, 12 hours. Fantastic. So until the next time, God bless, take care, enjoy the rest of your day, or have a great evening. Whatever your plans are over the weekend, have a fantastic weekend. I'm certainly going to have a great weekend. I'm going to chill out and just do whatever. So I'm going to have a fantastic weekend. I'm probably not going to squeeze another episode in now over the weekend. If I can, I will, but I probably won't. But watch this space, you never know. And I will see you right here live on Facebook, YouTube, very soon. So until then, God bless. You take care. Thank you for joining me. You've been absolutely brilliant. Thank you for your patience and for coming with me to check this rubber factory out, Burton upon Trent. Till the next time, I will see you very soon, right here live, Facebook and YouTube. As always, Influencer Times continues to go in search of Britain's most abandoned and derelict places. Catch you later, guys. See ya. If I can, this happens every time I do a live broadcast. I can't finish the thing. Bear with me. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to finish it. This is like the third time it's happened. Every time. Right. See you very soon. Hopefully it'll work. No, it's frozen. It does this. Right. Okay. Let's do it this way, shall we? Okay. I know you've got the big fat hand in the way. Right. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.